Welcome back to another episode of Andrew's Garage. Today we are buttoning up the interior on the 67 Chevy, coming to the end of the series of the truck with only a few things left. One thing is the interior, and I need to clear coat the dash, the roof, down the back, and then I'm not worried about this section here because it's getting insulation. So I just need to get mainly the dash, the roof, and around the back window. So that is no big deal, but I need to get on it to get it finished here. So we'll see what I can get done. I want to go ahead and roll out the mat and cover up some of this stuff and get it cut to length. It's all stick on. And other than that, that's pretty much it on the interior as far as the interior metal and stuff like that. Now the seat's a different story. I need to work on it some, but not really too concerned about it today. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up and try to get the mat rolled down on the floor and around the back of the cab. It's just an insulation foam, and then go from there. I came up with a pretty simple design, and I'll show it to you on the other side. Now I had to come up with something because I need to mount 6x9s. I have two 6x9s, two tweets, and two 6.5s. I have to mount inside this cab somewhere. And the 6x9s, you can buy a little piece that goes in here, but that's not my style. I'd rather make it. So this is kind of what I came up with, and it's a little different than what the kit is, but I think it'll work pretty good. But basically, I'm just going to set it in place there, and then put me some tack welds here, maybe one up underneath right here, and that should hold it. And the force from the foam and everything should help hold it too. So not too concerned about it rattling or anything. So go ahead, get two of these cut out, and go ahead and get them drilled and ready to be tacked on, and go from there. So here's how the panels kind of look. I need to clean up the edges on them yet, but that's the general shape, and you can see one is stuffed and stuck and actually sitting in place, and it should look pretty good when I'm done. There's one of these speaker guards here. I got to make sure I put the speakers in just right, but pretty much it's all as far as I can get it all the way back, and the speaker will mount something like that. Should look really good. So I got the hole cut out for the 6x9 speaker that goes on each side of the cab, and I got both panels made, and I got holes drilled where I'm going to rivet it, and I just need to go over there and shoot it with a quick coat of black paint. Alright, so now what I'm doing is prepping the cab for some clear coat, because I don't want just the door panels to be slick and shiny. I'd like the whole thing inside here to be just hitting it with the dry sand and some 400 grit. Now that I've got it clear coated up in here and it's smoother to the touch now, and there's no rust that comes off on my hands. So that's what's important. Now, what I need to do with these rivets here is need to install these in place using them, but I need the longer ones. Alright, so now that I've got the longer ones here, I don't think the right tip is in it. It's not. Looks like it's gonna work. One. Now let's get the other one. Now I opted for rivets because I can't get behind there, and it came with screws that had nuts. So in a self-tapper, the head would be too large and the speaker wouldn't be able to go on. So I figured rivets was about the only option that I had. And I don't think I'll be taking them off anytime soon. So. There we go. So now those fit in there like so. And then it gets these speaker covers. Alright, got both sides buttoned up, 6x9s installed, tweets up in the corners. It sounds pretty good. For now, I need to establish at least some kind of measurement to go off of. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I can get away with 10 inches from where the seat is to there. I think I can get away with it. So let's do that. 10 inches, that should give me room for cup holders and everything. So let's go ahead and cut me a piece that is 10 inches by, let's say, 10 by 9.5. So let's do that. So kind of what I'm doing is I'm putting a mark on the last point that it's actually going to touch, which is right there. And then I will measure up 1.5 inches because that's the lowest point from there to there. So I'll mark these out for you. So pretty much from that point, from this point to this corner needs to be a slope like this, because you want to keep that to where it'll touch the floorboard, and then that goes up to 1.5 inches. And that 1.5 inches needs to be cut off the whole entire way. And once that gets cut off, we still should have enough material once that's cut off to be able to use it. So we shall see. I just need to mark it straight now. And you can see something like that will work, because carpet's gonna make up a lot of the imperfections and everything. So now that I have this established, what I can do is set my speaker in here for reference for the height. So, and how far I think it can go. So it's somewhere in there, so bring it over. There's still plenty of room for cup holders, so I'll bring it back a little bit just to be sure. What I'm doing is I'm marking that line around the speaker. That's good. One thing that I don't care too much about is that angle. I kind of wish it was more like this. So, and that's roughly probably 1/2 inch or so. Fished in there. Now what I'm going to do is just bend it over itself like that, and then with a little bit of skill and a little bit of patience, you can make something like this. Now the hard part is we're gonna go put it in the truck and we're gonna find out if it fits or not. Now if my calculations are correct, this should fit. There it is. That's in gear, the farthest or the closest it's ever gonna be. And now, hold up one of the grills. Looks like it's gonna clear. All right, moving back onto the console I made. I got the cup holders in, got all the holes marked. Just need to drill them out. Got the speaker holes marked out, just need to be drilled out. So I don't have a hole saw that big, so we'll have to do it the hard way, which is make a bunch of pie cuts, score it, bend and break all the tabs out, and then come in here with the grinding wheel and kind of clean it up. And that's just what we're gonna have to do. So it's gonna take a minute, but we'll get it. There you go. Back to work on Old Blue, and I actually got some door rubber in, so that's what I'm going to do is install that today And just remember when you're doing that to always put the seam down at the bottom so you don't have something leaking up above. So let's go ahead and put some door seals on. Now for the door rubber, I got a little bit of glue, and I'm gonna try not to mess anything up, but and now we will see if it shuts. That is always the question, you know. Wow. It does shut. It shuts very hard, and it'll probably take a little bit to break in. So yeah, you just got to roll with the door rubbers. Pretty much slam it and then let it sit for a while. All right. We can get to see how hard this door closes. I bet it'll be just as hard. Knocked the speaker grill out, it closes so hard. There you go. Like I said, it's best to let these kind of sit for a while and kind of let them soak in, you could say, overnight. And it's been a long time coming, but it's finally, I think, cresting over the hill, and there's only just a few things left before we get this guy on the road. But thanks for watching today's episode. Be sure to tune in next week for part 2, and we'll see you next time.